Hi everyone, it's Ben. I'm the president of CCF. I want to welcome you to the first lost episode of the CCF podcast. Before we do that, I'd love to thank everyone for an awesome semester. For a first semester president, I had an amazing club. I had an awesome e-board. I had an awesome GB, and that led to an awesome experience that I learned a lot from, and I had a lot of fun doing. So I want to thank everyone in the group and everyone who listens to these podcasts. You're great. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you listening to us shittily learn how to make a podcast over the course of several months. But yeah, right now you're listening to one of the lost episodes. I say lost, but really it's just we recorded it and I got super swamped in the middle of the semester. We recorded 3 episodes of the podcast after the one we uploaded at the beginning of the semester, and I just never got around to editing it until now. Also, I'm in a car, you'll notice. The reason I'm here is because this is the most soundproof location in the house, and it's 2 in the morning, so I don't want to wake anyone up. So, hence, car in a garage away from everyone else. A few disclaimers about this episode specifically. You will notice that there's about 10 minutes that get cut out. That was mostly because the computer just stopped recording at a certain point. It was while we were talking about Savage Avengers, so if we mentioned something, if we reference something that doesn't make sense, that's not just us being weird. It might be, but it also might be because there was stuff cut out. Also, I wanted to say that I'm listening back on this from several months ago. I'm not super happy of personality wise how I come off. I kind of come off like a dick who's just trying to stay on script in a conversationally driven podcast, which is stupid and lame. I do get my comeuppance later in the episode when I won't spoil it, but so I do something absolutely stupid, and I totally deserve it. But I think it comes across pretty weird, and I just want to forewarn you that is the case. Other than that, I think that's it. Enjoy the podcast. If the second episode isn't up already, it'll be up very soon. It'll be up probably within half an hour of this being uploaded. Hopefully. With that being said, thank you very much. Wonderful semester. Enjoy this lost episode of the podcast that was recorded on February 23rd. Oh god, that was gross.
I don't know what his connection to Fredonia is. I think he was a student at one point. I don't know if he graduated, if he dropped off, if he was ever even a student. I genuinely don't know sometimes.
Oh my god.
I saw him a few weeks ago outside by University Commons. It's not that I saw him. He came up to me and grabbed me. And I was just like, what the fuck? Who? How? And he's whispered in my ear, I'll see you Wednesday. And I had to think about this. I'm like, who the fuck was that? And I look at him how the fuck are you here? Why are you here? It's fucking 9 o'clock on a Sunday night on campus. Why the fuck? And I was with one of my friends and we were gonna hang out. And I told her, I'm I'm not gonna lie, I need to reboot for a minute. So I'm not gonna be able to speak for a good couple minutes. I need to reset the system. That just broke my fucking brain again. And she's like, it's okay. I'm sitting. I'm just trying to. How the fuck? Why? That's who Colin is. He has the strange ability to make me reset. Ever since the Zod fiasco.
Oh my god. Oh, I almost think we should save Zod until Colin gets here. I literally think
we have him.
No, I mean the story.
Oh yeah, okay.
The Zod story.
Yeah, we'll bring it up because he'll be here.
We'll tell that when Colin gets here.
I want him to tell it.
But in the meantime.
So we'll get to it. Sorry.
Okay.
Spoiler warning for those who are listening. By that I mean you.
No, we're recording.
Oh, cool. Would you look at that? Spoiler warning.
Hey guys, welcome to the CCF podcast.
Gotta give me a fucking second. That was. Whew. All right.
I turned down my mic a little bit. Is this better?
I noticed that.
Hey guys, welcome to the CCF podcast.
I don't like this.
Wait, were you actually recording?
Yeah.
I recorded for most of his story about Colin.
Oh, okay.
This is the thing we do.
All right.
This is the thing he does.
I don't mean it to be invasive. Kyle hated when I did that, when I like started recording, because I just wanted it to be like a really organic opening.
Yeah.
But Kyle hated it. He was like, fucking tell me when we start recording.
I liked it because our first episode, we're discussing how we'd make a Mecha Hitler and a cyborg regular Hitler team up.
Yeah, normal conversation.
Right. And that's the opening to our very first episode. And it's honestly wonderful.
It's great.
So, yeah, here we are.
So welcome to the CCF podcast.
This is our throwback episode, apparently.
Yeah, this is where we just like kind of nostalgize.
But also things that are happening that are new.
Well, no, hold on.
We'll
hold
get
on.
to it.
We're going to get to everything. We have
Yeah.
a plan this week. We have
actually
to stick
do.
to the plan.
For the first time in forever, we have an actual like script and list.
Yes.
I'm so proud.
So get ready for the all new, all different CCF podcast.
I guess not, though, because we're like 3 fucking minutes into this.
Well,
And we're already off the rails.
welcome back to the all the same.
My
all
name
the
is
same.
Ben, and I'm here with my co-host, Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm with my co-host Ben.
Thanks, Mike.
And we have a guest today.
Yes, we do.
Hello, I'm Simon.
Yay!
That's
Yay!
Simon. Simon's great. Welcome. Simon is a new addition to our fine collection of Club CCF members. So I didn't mean that to be a Star Wars meme. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we don't talk about Star Wars here anymore.
That just kind of happened. Like it came out of me. I had no control of what I was saying.
Fucking Connor. He's here even when he's not.
Damn it.
We will have another guest joining us later on. He's not
Hopefully.
here yet because apparently work is running a little late for him.
Jackass.
Also, he's a jackass. And you can't really control where he shows up. Have
You
ever-
can't. You can't. You don't know what the fuck he is. He's
Lit-
just around. He just shows up.
Literally, have you ever been in a situation where
Sorry.
you've controlled when Cullen shows up?
No.
No. He's a ghost, I think.
He's inconsistent.
In-
He's unreliable.
He's
but in like the best of possible ways. Like I love Colin.
He's unpredictable. He's
Yeah,
mysterious, one might say.
yes. He is a ghost. He's the ghost of CCS past and present,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe future.
I have his mic on, though. I don't know why. I'm going to turn that off right now.
If when we die, as in graduate, will he still keep going to the club?
Oh, yeah. I can't imagine why he wouldn't.
Well,
I mean, you don't even know if he's graduated currently.
This is true. But like, what if hypothetically, we accidentally put his soul to rest and he can stop showing up to CCF meetings?
We'll do that here tonight.
But we don't even know what to do.
We'll figure something
We'll
out.
figure it out.
We'll find a way.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
All right, let's talk about some news.
Okay.
Let's get into some comic book news.
Comic
Are you
book
all ready?
news.
Oh, yeah.
I am so ready.
All right. Well, first up, I want to talk about Hulu's new shows that they've just announced. Hulu has announced 4 new animated Marvel shows. They've announced MODOK, a television show about MODOK, which is the
That big
mechanized...
stupid bean guy in a chair. Yeah.
MODOK stands for Mechanized Organism Designed Only for Killing. And
He's
it's just a
bean
face in a chair.
It's a bean in a chair.
That'll be written by Patton Oswalt, actually.
Oh,
Did
great.
you know that? There's also going to be a Hit Monkey show. It's a Japanese. What's the monkeys? The winter monkeys that sit in the hot tubs.
What?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't
He's one of those
remember the
types of
name.
monkeys.
I want to say capuchin, but I don't even know what the fuck that
I don't
means.
think it's a capuchin. I
I-
think that's like a jungle.
That's like the
monkey.
only real like monkey name I know.
Well, he's
Not
a
an orangutan or anything.
Yeah, well,
No,
are those
no.
monkeys
Gorilla.
though?
he's a little monkey.
Orangutan's a monkey.
Is it?
I
Because I know
think so.
gorilla's not.
So there's a MODOK show. There's
Yeah,
a
the
Hit
gorillas are
Monkey
different,
show.
aren't they?
There's a
Sorry. We need a zoologist.
no, we don't.
Are
Speaking
there
of
different
zoologists-
sects of just monkeys?
I'd imagine.
Hmm.
Speaking of zoologists, yesterday was Steve Irwin's birthday. Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
God rest his soul.
Fighting crocodiles in heaven now.
But dude, he's not fighting monkeys. So there's a
don't
Hit
know
Monkey
that.
show. There's a MODOK show. There is a Tigra and not Jubilee. Shit, what's her name?
You didn't write it down?
No, I thought I'd remember it.
All
Dazzler.
this planning
Dazzler.
for
Tiger
nothing.
and Dazzler show.
right. We had plans, I thought.
We have like 6 lines on a piece of loose leaf paper.
We're getting there. It's a work in progress.
Soon it'll be on printed paper.
Ooh, shh.
Could you imagine?
That's a level
Oh,
up,
shit.
dude.
And then after that, we'll have it like on the computer screen so we can just see it without having like need paper.
That would be crazy.
I mean, that's a little too fancy for me. I
Right.
don't
The
know.
future is now, though. We
That's
can
very
do
high
it.
tech. I don't know if we could do that.
It's a work in progress. We'll get there.
So there's
Technology moves exponentially, not linearly.
So there's a couple new Marvel TV shows on Hulu.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're talking about stuff.
There is going to be a new Hit Monkey show, a MODOK show. There's going to be a Tigra and Dazzler show. It's like a team-up show.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a Howard the Duck show,
Yes.
which means a lot to us personally.
I guess
Why?
you could say that.
Only because Howard the Duck had a big role in previous CCF.
In the Dark
years.
Ages, as previously stated.
Yeah, he took on a prophetic and almost iconic role.
I
in our
could say
club.
pseudo-godlike.
I was just about to say, was he like a
Yeah.
formed a new religion?
Could have been a deity,
Kinda.
honestly, for some of the guys in our club.
Yeah, really.
Wednesdays were days of worship.
The thing is, you're not
You're-
entirely wrong.
You're joking, but
Oh, jeez.
so these 4 shows are gonna come out on Hulu. They're gonna be animated, and then they're all gonna come together into a team-up show called Marvel's Offenders, which is of course a
Oh,
callback to
gosh.
Marvel's Defenders on Netflix.
But doesn't Disney still owns these properties, correct?
What
Like to all the characters in the Offenders.
in the Offenders?
Yeah, would they not be? Why aren't they on the Disney streaming service? Like, why Hulu?
Well, because they're gonna come out sooner, I assume, and also because Hulu probably wanted to deal with Marvel.
I guess that makes sense.
I
They
thought
have their own.
Disney
I think
bought
they're probably just
Netflix.
trying to keep their deal alive with Marvel
I don't know when
because
Disney
they
Plus
already
comes out,
they
so I
already
don't know.
have like Runaways and
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I think Legion's on there too.
Legion is an MCU.
I know, but it's still on there as like a Marvel property, sort of like.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all gonna happen. What do you guys think about it?
I mean,
I'm interested to see because apparently it's also gonna be like adult oriented. Like it's gonna be kind of
I am an adult.
yeah. I mean,
You
we,
could say that.
You could say that.
according to Bill Maher, you're not. But
Well, Bill Maher, I got some choice words for him, but that's
We all
for a
do.
different podcast.
that's for a different podcast. We'll do an episode just called "Fuck Bill Maher."
So
Um,
yeah, I have Hulu, so I'll probably check them out at some point. Like I wouldn't be against it.
Do you have it through Spotify?
No,
Really?
I had a very drunk friend give it to me one night in the studio, and I just haven't gotten rid of it. So I have like the premium, so there's no commercials.
I have the thing with Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like you still have commercials, but there's like
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like,
less of them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you get the full access to all of them. all
Yeah,
the
I get
shows.
everything, and I get no commercials.
That's
and there's
pretty-
Showtime.
Oh, Showtime on from Spotify.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have that because I wouldn't use it for anything.
Yeah, I haven't signed up for Hulu or Showtime, but I have premium. I just am
The option's
lazy.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's there. I'll just look at it and be like, oh, one day.
That's how I am with like Amazon and their video service. Because like I have Amazon Prime, but I don't watch anything.
Yeah. I mean, nothing really seems interesting for what they put out.
Yeah. Well, they have The Tick, but
That yeah,
I haven't watched that yet. But I want to.
it's not bad.
Like
I saw the
Tick a
first-
lot.
Couple episodes, and I enjoyed it. Obviously, not enough to like continue watching it. but,
Right,
like,
clearly.
no, it's not bad. All right, well,
So that's The Offenders.
that's The Offenders. We don't know that much about it yet, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm
Hold
looking forward to
in.
seeing more of it
Yes.
before I make any big judgments about it, because I want to see like what kind of animated style they're going for, what tone they want to take with all the shows.
MODOK is probably the weirdest one. Sticks out to me.
Because it's like he doesn't really have any character. From what I know, he doesn't have any like big character things. He's just kind of a face in a
He's a toe in a chair.
yeah.
Yeah, which is a stupid design for considering his like acronym for his name.
Yeah.
Like really.
A
Have
chair's
you-
gonna kill me.
Have you
All right.
seen Simon? I don't know your like comic book expertise. Do you know what MODOK looks like?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I've
good.
watched Superhero Squad. Thank you very
Hell
much.
yeah!
Yes.
I remember him mostly from Ultimate Alliance for the PS2.
He's in Ultimate Alliance.
He is. He's one of like I think it's like the third boss you fight in that
Oh,
game.
you're right. You're right.
It's him and Mysterio. They team up.
I
It's kinda
literally
neat.
had Ultimate Alliance for the Game Boy Advanced,
That was a thing.
and my God, that was a weird.
That sounds insanely difficult to like just know what's going on.
It really was.
There's so much that like
I
that
just
happens.
I remember that game was my introduction to Deadpool, and
It was mine too, actually.
I was confused by it because one of his moves that he does
Mm-hmm.
is that he takes his sword and he rips through the screen, and then he teleports somewhere else.
Yeah,
And because he ripped through the page of the comic, even though
Right.
it's not a comic, it's a video game,
still neat though.
but it's still neat.
I know you can play a Pitfall in that game as Deadpool, which is the thing that happens.
You can what?
You know the game Pitfall?
Mm-hmm.
I do not.
Like, it's like there's the two platforms, one's the top, one's bottom, got like the holes and the ladders and the alligators and like. It's a really old ass game. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's like super old. But
Oh, like the old like fucking Commodore 64 game.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
you can play. And there's a side mission. Not even that. It's just the kind of thing you can do. In Ultimate Alliance, you can go into like an old like arcade machine and play Pitfall as like any of the like, characters. And
That's funny.
it's ridiculous.
That
That's
was
also how I first heard of Blade.
Do you know they're making Ultimate
like
Alliance
Blade.
3?
They are
But it's like
just for Nintendo, I think.
yeah, it's for this. It's a Switch exclusive,
I
and it's
do
going to be
not
about the Infinity thing.
Like Thanos' like bastard kids or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the Black Order.
Yeah,
So
that'll be.
that's that. I'd love to see what that is, but I'm sure it's just going to be like kind of lame.
Yeah, probably. Ultimate Alliance 2 was pretty neat back from the.
That
old
was like
days.
Civil War, right?
Oh yeah.
What a bonkers what a bonkers thing. I love it.
That game, the first one, had so much going on. It was like, it's such a super long story into so many worlds, and you find so many characters, and it's ridiculous.
All right,
It's a good
so
game.
so our next story is about Deceased. It's a zombie story. It's basically gonna be Marvel Zombies for DC.
Mm-hmm.
It's written by, I forget his name, but it's the same guy who did Marvel Zombie. No, the same guy who did Injustice.
Okay.
So talk about that for a second. I'm gonna go get our next special guest.
Talk about Injustice.
Talk about Deceased.
I don't even.
I don't like zombies are so overdone at this point.
Yeah.
And it's
Let's just
just
talk
like-
about zombies.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So I agree with you. I think the zombie genre is like, not. It was popular for a while,
Well, like there was
especially recently.
a TV show. I think it was on like Netflix or something called like Z Nation.
I heard of that.
But like they actually did it like actually put twists on it, unlike The Walking Dead where it's just a soap opera and it's the same thing repeated over and over. And
That's
they're
why I
like,
stopped
hey,
watching it.
let's just randomly kill a character and like make people sad with no comedic relief because apparently people forgot how to joke. And it's just like it makes me mad. I get really pissed about The Walking Dead. And
I
so
hear it, believe me, so do I.
any zombie related thing I just automatically connected to be like, oh, it's going to be terribly written because
Probably.
like if you're going through the apocalypse, I'm pretty sure you would have to rely on like comedy to get through it because you just can't be sad all the time because you'd probably be like, might as well fucking die,
Right.
dude. And so Z Nation actually did it well. And they added like other supernatural elements into it because
Okay.
like there's zombies.
Mhm.
You could do whatever you want. Why
Just
are
like
you
a Call of Duty.
yeah. Like, why are you trying to be realistic? There's already dead people eating people.
One cool thing about like the genre, or I guess, of zombies, was especially like when they first came out, like the 70s and all that, and like 70s horror.
Yeah.
And even The Walking Dead, sort of, is they're based in something that caused them in reality.
Yeah.
Like during like the Cold War was like nuclear testing and government neglect caused zombies to happen, or like pollution caused zombies to happen.
Yeah.
Or something that we've done makes some kind of like real life existential like anxiety,
Yeah.
and it's created as a physical form of just zombies, which was always really neat. And as much as there's a lot of that to happen right now, it's kind of already been tapped into because of The Walking Dead and other things. Like it's kind of like there's really no
The political statement's already been made,
Yeah.
so why make it again?
right, exactly. Holy shit! Look who it is. It's that guy who we talked about earlier. Hey, bud, you're in for a hell of a time when you give this a listen, if you even listen to it.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. No, Simon. Fuck off. That's Simon, by the way. This is
All right.
Simon.
I've met Simon before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
At a club before, right?
Yeah.
I don't know when he's around.
You went to one meeting.
I'm like a cryptid. Do I exist or?
That's...
See, I have this theory that you just like choose to show yourself to certain people. Like you're around all the time.
Oh shit! I don't need this now.
But like you decide to reveal yourself, kind of like Mothman.
There's- I love Mothman. There's too many
Mothman's
theories.
my husband.
That's my
I'm
hero.
mainly rumored that I'm at Starbucks all the time, but
I've never seen you there.
You're not going at the right time. Then.
What time do you go?
Almost all the time.
You go at like
Really?
Except for
some
when I'm
weird
there.
hour, like 2 p.m., like 2:03.
You can catch me there at any time from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Monday through Sunday.
I have only seen you in club and at Gamers Haven
There was that one time I saw you on the road.
while I was going towards Gamers Haven.
There's that one time he attacked me by Starbucks, but
See?
not in Starbucks.
Oh, by
I was
Starbucks. Oh, there you
going
go.
to Starbucks,
I thought you were
though.
leaving Starbucks. Was my original guess?
Mm-mm.
All I know is I was trying to walk by with my friend, and I was like, "Excuse me, mind if we pass?" And all of them except for one guy was like, "Yeah, no problem." And they moved, and then you didn't, but I didn't know it was you.
I should have just kissed you.
I would have welcomed it, but I would have been very confused. I was already very confused because I didn't see you. I just saw a figure in the dark, and I'm like, I'm just trying to like go watch a movie with my friend.
Well, like I said, it's kind of like I'm a cryptid because I mean, who would believe that? someone
Oh
got
shit!
kissed by
I'm sorry.
Bigfoot?
I didn't turn your mic on.
Oh, what the hell?
We could still hear you. It just sounded like
Okay.
you're going into Mike's thing, so you're kind of like, can you talk real quick?
Because
Colin?
there's a whole lot
Jesus
of
Christ.
Yeah,
there's
there
a
you
whole
go.
lot of weirdness coming out of my mouth about him that you might not have heard if
Yep.
you didn't say anything.
I
leading up to
totally.
it.
I was like, why does Cullen sound so in the distance? Oh
I
shit!
mean,
I
that
thought
kind of
you
makes
turned
him
it off.
more into a cryptid.
Exactly.
Like,
Shit.
it just buys into it.
It's like John Arbuckle talking to himself instead of Garfield being real.
Dude, oh
I
my god, have
saw
you
that
seen
whole
that
thing.
Garfield without Garfield?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's one of my favorite comics.
It's just
ever.
like a regular cat, and he's like talking to it.
No. It's Garfield without Garfield. It's literally some guy takes Garfield comics
Mm-hmm.
and just takes erases Garfield and everything Garfield says from it, and it's
Yeah.
just John talking to himself. It's the dumbest thing.
There's one I saw. It's similar. It's John talking to like just an orange cat, like a regular ass cat, and like he doesn't say anything because it's just a regular ass cat, and it's him talking to himself, but like to the cat that's there.
No. In this one, literally, someone photoshops out Garfield and all of his word balloons.
Why is Garfield so popular right now?
I don't know.
I think
Memes
because
are a weird thing.
I think it's because like Jim Davis, like
He
for
knows
some
Batman.
reason he decided that Garfield was like the seminal piece of comic artwork, and like he puts Garfield fucking everywhere, and it's like everyone loves Garfield, right? No, it's a fucking stupid like week by week like thing you see in the newspaper. People
John
know
does
what it
not
is.
deserve
Like
this
I
right
know
Yeah,
Jack
you're
Films
harassing a
has
lot of
been
John, I don't
talking
like
about
that.
Garfield for like 3 years now.
Garfield is not good. Garfield is I would say almost an objectively stupid like comic.
You're
But
throwing a lot of shit for someone in
Mondays,
crusading
am I
distance.
right?
what are you saying?
You're talking a lot of shit for someone who's still in crusading distance.
I think people make fun of it because it's stupid and like it has almost the same level of recognition as like Charlie Brown.
John's just trying to live his life, and
Yeah.
you're tearing
I'm not
down
attacking
Yes,
John.
you
I'm
fucking
attacking.
are.
whole livelihood.
I'm attacking fucking
full
Jim
life.
Davis, the
All right.
the creator.
I mean,
All right, so what are you guys talking about before we came back?
We were talking about the philosophy and existence of like zombies and what they do and what they mean. And also good and bad zombie content.
and how Walking Dead sucks,
Walking
and
Dead
how we're
fucking
worried
sucks.
that it's just gonna play the same tropes, and it's just like, oh, it's
Is
just
it
gonna
still
be
going on?
Yes, it is, and
Shit.
it makes me mad.
The comic or the show?
The show.
The show.
Okay. I'm like 3 issues behind in the comics, so
Hey, how's the comic?
it was at an all-time high for like 3 years, and then now it's just kind of dying down. I think
like
it's
the
gonna
show.
end at issue 200 though.
Yeah.
Who's the guy with half of his face burnt?
Oh, it's
Carl?
Two-Face.
No,
Negan?
Negan burned his face with the.
Dude, I don't know anything
talking
about
I-
Walking Dead.
I'm lost.
Oh, I was gonna spoil it, but never mind.
Oh.
I mean,
How could you? I was gonna read / and or watch that.
yeah, I just rant
Dwight,
about it.
that's
Don't-
what his name was. Dwight.
Like
Dwight
from The
Schrute.
Office? I just said that, yeah, like from the office.
Yeah, but you suck.
The zombies.
So can Deceased work? Oh, do you know anything about
Oh yeah, I
Deceased?
forgot
Colin?
about that. Yeah, that was what spawned this whole thing.
Oh,
Just to catch you up, Cullen. Like the new event comic for DC is like basically their take on Marvel zombies, and it's just called Deceased, and it's written by the same guy who wrote Injustice. So apparently, it's gonna be like really, really, really sad.
So yeah.
What's your immediate reaction to that?
Well, I don't really like DC to begin with. But, I mean, my first thought was Marvel Zombies, but then you said that. So,
Yeah, it seems like their take on Marvel Zombies.
But-
It's like I said non-canon.
yeah, but if it's supposed to be sad, that might work out because DC has always had a darker tone to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, zombies could very well fit in the DC universe, whereas the Marvel Zombies, it was kind of like a joke.
It was kind of goofy, yeah.
Yeah, like Spider-Man swung on his guts instead of his webs.
Yeah, that was a weird thing that happened.
They ate Galactus.
Yeah.
I love it.
So it's just kind of stupid.
It was kind of it played into the goofy stuff about zombies.
Yeah.
Whereas you think DC might be able to like really kind of dial in on the more like Night of the Living Dead.
Well, another thing that you could add is I believe Marvel Zombies started in an Ultimate Fantastic Four comic.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
Mhm.
So I think what happened was that was just a cool concept and then had a huge fan demand like Spider-Gwen. So then they didn't really know what to do for a ongoing comic, so they just kind of threw everything together. Whereas if DC is doing a zombie event, that might be good because they have something in mind that they want to show, whereas there wasn't really a demand for it like there was with Marvel Zombies.
Mhm.
So it might actually be a good story.
Yeah. Which is really interesting.
I don't think it's gonna be good. I don't. I don't.
I mean, like, it probably won't be good, but, like, the dark tones of DC.
But the dark tones for
Might.
zombie apocalypses are so overplayed. Like, yes, include them, but don't make that be the entire thing. It's so obnoxious.
I would say it's overplayed when it's done badly.
Now,
Like when it's done badly, it's like, oh, I've seen this before. But when it's done really well, like Night of the Living Dead is still like a kind of a good movie.
Well, like we were saying earlier, zombies are cool when there's like a real life like anxiety that builds them, like drug overdosing causing zombies, or something stupid like the government neglect or like nuclear waste causing zombies, and then that's like zombies are there because of something that we've done. It's an anxiety that we can kind of pass off into like a fake object. That's what makes zombies cool. Having zombies just to be fucking zombies, like, well, it's whatever then.
now, do we know this? Like, have any more information about the zombies for DC?
I like as of how they're created.
No, like the story behind them. Like, is it going to be a whole DC universe where like everything's going to be in it, or is it going to be focused on like one story?
I'm
with-
gonna
I
blame
think it's
Batman.
gonna be all of them. I know Batman's in it.
He's gonna do
Okay.
it. He's gonna start zombies. Like,
No,
I
no,
made
no,
this
he didn't.
juice
It's
to not
actually
die.
it's gonna be based off
Joker.
of Darkseid.
No. Oh, okay.
The anti-life equation makes zombies.
No, but yeah, that's gonna be that. So and I'm fascinated to like hear about it. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up and read it because I'm also not a big
I will
DC guy.
literally pick it up and read it, but I probably won't buy it.
Dude, oh my god, I remember like when I was a kid,
There's no comic book store.
I would read the I would always like go to the Queen City
Mm-hmm.
and then I'd just pick up the book and just start reading it in the store. My dad would always go, "What are you doing? I'm reading the book."
Well, that's
that's
how
how
I
I know
read
if
the
I wanna
last
buy it.
year
Buy
of
it.
Walking Dead. When I was working
Yeah, so
at
you had the-
Gamers
yeah.
Haven, I would pick up Walking Dead and be like, well, I'm not going to buy these. And then I would just read them,
I'm
put them
here
back
for,
on the
like, 8
shelf,
hours,
get my
might as well.
fingerprints all over them, and call it a day.
I love it.
I would never read them in stores, but I'd like pick through them and be like, oh, this is pretty cool. I'll buy it. I like the cover. Usually what I do.
That's why everyone buys Zombie Tramp.
That is true.
Do it.
I've seen the cover.
But there's another release actually coming up from Marvel that looks interestingly promising.
I mean, do like all two of your listeners really care? Like you do?
The best part is all two of us are
Yeah.
in this room.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'll
Maybe
put this
Kyle
on my-
listens to it. I don't know.
I'll
I
put
hope
this
he
on my
does.
Twitter. Maybe some of my cloudy Twitter friends will like it.
I put
Yeah.
a lot of celebrity endorsement into our last podcast. I hope they listen to it.
So comics.
Dark Avengers, or what were you on? Or
No,
whatever?
Savage Avengers. Yeah.
Same thing.
You're talking about Venom?
Yeah.
Oh no, we have to talk about Savage Avengers all over. No, we don't.
Yeah, we
Fuck,
do.
I don't know. No, we started talking about Savage Avengers. It's written by, I can't look it up again. Who is it written by? Greg.
Whoever it wasn't Donny Cates.
Yeah.
Not Donny Cates.
And that's what's important here.
Facts.
He gave Venom wings.
Yeah, and it was cool.
It was kind of cool.
It was badass.
That was a cool ass cover. I only bought that one book because it was like, this is a fucking cool
But
cover.
like the
I
thing
didn't
is,
get it.
who's in it again? You said Punisher?
It's Venom, Brother Voodoo, Conan the Barbarian, Electro, the Punisher, and Wolverine.
Yeah, that's going to be awful because all of them have fought each other at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just going to be like,
They're also all too gruff and angry.
yeah, it's going to be like Weapon H, the team that was assembled to stop Weapon H from happening. They all just like butt heads, and look what happened. Weapon H got completed. So like the Savage Avengers aren't going to get anything done because they're going to be too busy fighting each other.
But now Conan's in it.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
How is he still alive?
Dude, I don't know.
I didn't
Isn't
know
he
he was
like-
even a Marvel property.
Oh,
He
yeah,
is. Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think it was Schwarzenegger who played him.
I wasn't allowed to watch movies. I don't know.
I think they're just trying to reach like the target audience of like 50-year-old white dads who have stopped reading things because it's getting a little gay.
I mean, so you take like the beefiest bears and put them all in one comic.
I mean,
Speaking
like
of
what's on
bears,
every like pickup
Shirtless
truck?
bear fighter.
A
the
Punisher.
logo.
This is true. This is true.
Shit, you got a good
But
point.
that's also just because like
military
Marvel.
people and
Yeah.
stuff too.
that's a military thing more than
Yeah.
a comic book thing.
Yeah.
But like
But I do see your point though.
Yeah, it's just stuff dads like.
it,
And I do like that.
you have a good point. It does. It.
know.
I don't think Savage Avengers is going to appeal to younger
Any.
readers.
No.
Even though they want it to appeal to like, hey, we're doing R-rated stuff in comics now.
You're an
I
edgy
mean, they
teen,
already
pick up
did
all-
Dark Avengers.
Right.
Yeah. How well did that work out?
Wasn't Venom also in that? And Wolverine?
No. Dakin or
Oh, that's
Dakin,
right,
however you
right.
pronounce his name, was in Dark
Mhm.
Avengers.
But either way, that's that.
Do you think it's happening?
I'm interested to see if it's good or not, but I don't really have high hopes.
I'll wait
Well-
till the guy on YouTube tells me if it's good or not.
How is Venom gonna be in? How is he gonna be an Avenger?
What do you mean how? They'll just
They'll give him a cool sticky note with an A on
Like,
it.
how are they gonna incorporate that into the story?
how they're. I think they're just gonna get together. I think they're gonna call themselves Avengers. I don't know if they're gonna be like sanctioned by.
Right, because isn't Shield not going on right now? Like, so you can just say you're the Avengers.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. I
Just
think.
change the font a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
The whole thing is actually like a trademark battle. It's the whole premise of the book.
All right. Now we're gonna turn it over to Mike because Mike wants to talk about some comics. Don't
That's
look
me.
away like it's not you.
Thought he was over there. I don't know. So
What a good bit,
This
Mike.
Mike?
Thank you. Hey, look at you. Fuck
Hey.
out of here. So yeah, all right, cool. Things are happening in comic books, two of which I'm very excited for.
Tell us about him, Mike.
I would give me a fucking second. I'm getting up to it. One of them.
Mike, tell us about him.
Fuck off!
My Christian ears.
This is a Christian Minecraft server.
Minecraft is scary.
I play it during economics class.
Oh,
You're a
that's
hero.
that is the best thing I've heard
That's a
ever.
good idea.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have like a story on Instagram of just me taking pictures of my screen during economics and captions like, "Oh yeah, it's soup time," shit like that. When I find mushrooms, I love it.
Oh my god.
Also, like I spilled iced tea all over my keyboard, so
Oh,
like the
no.
keys are sticky. So like when I press shift, I'm permanently in shift.
When
So
I-
I'm always crouching.
When I play Minecraft, all my keys are always sticky.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I said iced tea, but you know what it is.
I know.
The iced tea of the nut.
Who invited you? Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm cutting that out.
See, like, no, put that in, because that's so funny.
Wow.
Just
I
showing, like,
I regretted that while I was saying it.
Yeah. I regretted hearing it
I
as you
could
said it.
feel it.
Wow. I'm in a
Let's keep
different
that in.
room from all of you, and you can feel my shame.
We're all like looking through the window at you in the most like just disgust possible.
Mike, please, for the love of God, tell us what you want to talk about. Then.
All right. So one of the two books that I'm excited for came out, I think, last Tuesday.
Comics
Sure.
come out on Wednesday.
Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, fuck, it's right. I wrote it.
We're the comic book club.
I wrote it Wednesday afternoon when I found out about it. The Wonder Twins are back. Holy shit!
Like the one where one turns into
Any
a
form
great
of
white
water,
shark and the other
one
turns into a
an-
bucket.
One turns into water, another one turns into any animal.
One turns into like any like
Form of water.
form of matter, basically.
water.
Water specifically.
Literally just water.
Okay, that's cool.
And that one turns into any animal after they fist bump.
Yeah,
So
and they have a new comic now.
yes, they haven't been around since like the 70s Hanna-Barbera Super Friends show, because fuck them. So
I mean,
for,
they were in Teen Titans Go briefly.
yeah, but they weren't
was
like
awful.
really back though.
Yeah.
They're also like the Lego superhero games too, but like
You always count Lego superhero games.
I do, but that's not a comic book.
Oh, you right. Wait, there's Lego comic books.
I'm
Fuck you.
pretty sure
Bro, are the
DC
Wonder
did
Twins in
Lego variants.
Are the Wonder Twins in it?
Fuck if I
And
know.
shut your fucking mouth.
I'm just here for good Lego
You're
content.
So yeah, they're finally back, and the premise is they left their shit planet because every time there's a thunderstorm, they break out into an orgy. So now that's a fact. It's like in the first issue. I shit you not. And now they're hanging out in South Metropolis, going to high school because they're just two fucking kids trying to make it in this crazy world.
Do they suffer from the thunder orgy thing
I-
themselves?
No, they're
It's
high
im-
schoolers.
it's
High
im-
schoolers can't fuck.
It's implied. Because
Please, we can't talk about underage sex on this podcast. Please.
Well, that's why-
Right,
that's
that's
why-
what I just said.
That's why they don't say they partook. What happens in the issue is like Zan is his name. He's the boy one who turns into water. Any form of water. And he's in class. He's giving a lecture. He's like, hey, I'm from this shithole fucking planet. It's not Earth. And they're like, well, what's that like? And he's like, well, on my planet, there's no problem. It's really boring. Everything sucks. Also, every time there's a thunderstorm, every person breaks out into this like planet-wide orgy.
Do they like actually believe that kid, or are they like, okay, Zan?
All the kids are like,
he's
yo,
the
that's
weird
fucking
kid.
dope. And the teacher's like, whoa, pump the brakes.
Or
And
is
they
it
gotta,
like the
stop him,
one
like,
time
mid-sentence.
Stephanie Conklin said she was related to Hannah Montana, and everyone didn't believe her?
I mean,
is this like a celebrity person, or are you talking about someone from your own personal life?
No, I'm talking about middle school.
yeah. So it's not completely like cemented that they partook in these planet-wide lightning orgies, but I imagine that they either were too young to, and that's why they're gone because it's a weird thing to watch. Like it rains. Oh, what the fuck? It's weird. So that's Wonder Twins.
Imagine
They're back
growing up hearing that all the time.
and seeing it like every other week. Or like it just fucking
Yeah.
rains. Like
Just like, oh, there's my neighbor.
it's like one of those weird ones where it's like a dry day and the sun's out and it's still lightning. So like, well, all right, here we go, I guess.
It's no Minecraft, but
So that's Wonder Twins.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that's coming out, which I am also kind of excited for, is Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen gets his book again. He's coming out. They're doing a story on him. There's also one on Lois Lane, but she's already a badass. Like I like Lois Lane. She's cool. but,
Olsen's
like,
great.
Jimmy
That's Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen's a fucking loser, and I love that about him.
Yeah, he's just kind of like a dude.
Yeah, but he fucking sucks. I was getting like beaten up and like kidnapped and just like the ginger little bitch in the office. Like I love him.
He's just kind of the runt of.
He's like your little brother. You're like, I guess I'll fucking save him again.
Yeah.
But also like, get out of here.
But
you.
also, he's like best friends with the most powerful person on the planet.
Yeah.
Which is, there's just something so wonderful about that.
It's funny because like, no one takes him seriously, even though he's got lots of reasons. He's good at his job. He's Jimmy fucking Olsen.
So what do you think like the best version of this comic looks like?
Hasn't come out yet. But like,
I'm asking you to
No,
fucking
no.
speculate, Mike. What? I asked you to speculate, and you said it hasn't come out yet.
That's
That's what
because
fucking
you
speculation
need to
means.
stop and let me get up to my point. It hasn't started yet, so I can get into that. That's how that works.
you interpret his flow.
Yeah, you're a dickhead.
Mike, please continue.
Thank you.
Well, in this
God
comic,
damn it.
well, in this comic, Jimmy Olsen's back, and this time he fucks. And his hands are replaced with guns because everyone knows that's what kids love nowadays, and they want to have this appeal to 12-year-olds.
What's really
So-
good about that is he's also a photographer. How's he gonna take pictures with this gun? You can't change the aperture of the fucking.
He's going to take the term shooting the picture to a whole new level.
Every time he shoots his gun, a picture is taken from his eyes.
You ruined it.
Yeah.
I did.
Way to
Sorry,
go.
Fuck.
Boo.
I appreciated
Fuck.
the effort,
I
but
don't.
man, it was
Nope.
not
Yeah.
executed.
I don't
at
appreciate it.
all.
It's good.
Man. I mean, I'm editing it, so I can edit out all of my all of my duds. But
Don't do that. Make sure
Hey,
it's
just
a
leave him
bitch.
in, dude.
yeah, I think I have
Embrace
to. At
them.
this point.
It's who you are as a person. Defines who you are.
A dud.
Yes. Because you're a fucking dud. Anyway. So I
Man.
imagine it would be kind of like, it's not going to be taken super seriously, the Jimmy Olsen book. I figured to be kind of goofy, but also like there's a genre of like comic books where it's like regular people responding to superhero activity. Like they're going to work and fucking Spider-Man's like spare web hits him in the fucking face. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like that kind of, like, I love shit like that.
Yeah.
So if they do that kind of approach of like a regular dude having to be friends with like Superman and trying to like be a good person at work, but also like just not being nearly as cool. Like no one gives a fuck about Jimmy Olsen. If they like play that up, but like not in like a sad, angsty kid way, I think it'd be neat. It could be neat.
Yeah. No, there was an issue in like the 50s, and it was about like Superman, like or like people think that Clark Kent dies, and like everyone's really sad about it, and then Superman's like, well, shit. now I'm Superman all the time. And so he's just Superman 24/7, and he moves in with Jimmy Olsen.
Sorry, that sounds hilarious.
And then everyone finds out where Superman's living, and they like basically like, it's basically like the Team 10 house. Like everyone's outside all the time, like Superman, come help my dog.
Could you imagine if like your roommate was Superman, but he was like the worst fucking like roommate ever? Like he's always eating your shit, isn't clean up after himself. It's like fucking Superman, but you can't yell at him because he's fucking Superman.
But like everyone talks about Superman like he's so great.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck that dude.
You don't know
like,
my
he
personal
ate my
base.
yogurt.
Yeah, I had one left. I said, oh, I need that for my fucking digestive system. It's my tibia. Can't fucking touch it. What does he fucking do? Fucking eats it.
How else am I gonna take my medicine?
Right.
I don't like how it tastes.
Yeah.
Eat that goddamn yogurt.
Fucking dickhead. He's a nice guy, I guess, but he can be a real dick sometimes. Also, fuck personal space. X-ray vision trying to take a shower. What the fuck's that about?
I mean, you could just prank him with kryptonite. Is he still allergic to that?
How the fuck is Jimmy Olsen gonna get that? He can't afford that shit in a fucking photographer's salary.
But with his guns for
His
hands.
gun hand, he'll rob a bank with like kryptonite and hide on his dick. Superman can't see it.
I mean, he could just ask any baddie to get it. He's like, hey, I'm Superman's
Fucking
roommate.
roommate.
Can I get some kryptonite? And they'd be like, yeah, man, how much you want? Well, I don't have money. Well, if anything to, like, harm Superman.
Can you put it in my gun hands?
It'd be like the time where I dunked my roommate's toothbrush in the toilet. Instead, he would dunk his Superman's toothbrush in kryptonite.
Superman brushes his teeth. Does Superman care about dental hygiene?
I mean,
I'd like to imagine so.
He's fucking Superman. Of course
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Yeah, but dental hygiene affects everybody on different levels.
See, like
He's not human.
Brush your teeth, kids.
I was thinking about that in a different way though, like
This is brought to you by the ADA, American Dental Association.
where I feel like Superman does a shit ton of cocaine. Imagine like crushing up kryptonite, like
Oh,
making
Jesus.
it real neat for him.
It's like mixing it in one day,
Yeah.
putting it like sugar on a cereal.
Oh yeah.
it's
Wait,
like my
like-
Red Bull addiction. I know it's killing me, but I can't stop.
Yes,
Why is there green shit in my cocaine? Oh, don't worry about it.
you're fucking high, Superman.
I
Calm
mean,
down.
if you grind it up fine enough, I doubt
It would there'd still be a green
It's
tint
kind-
to that
it's
cocaine.
kinda-
Just change the light bulb to be a green light and just be like, it's just a lighting, dude.
It's kind of radioactive, so I feel like there's something that would give it off. But I see your point. I want that to be the case.
That Superman does cocaine.
No, but if he were, then this is a way to
Definitely
stop
does
him.
cocaine.
I agree. Well,
So
okay.
yeah, Superman's a bad roommate. Next.
All right. So next up, we have a little game we like to play on this podcast. It's called Mike Explains, and we ask Mike about a topic, and
This
he
is
has
the first
to
time we've
explain.
done this. This is not like a recurring bit.
Well, it used to be called Kyle Explains.
Yes, and he actually knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, but Mike will most likely not know what this is. But
I've got a very small wheelhouse of things I don't
but
know.
but
Let's
you know
play
what?
that game.
I'd love to explain this topic to me. This is a topic that I'd like to know more about.
You've come to the right place.
Okay, well then, Mike, I'd like you to explain to me the post-Second Viennese School of Serialism, please.
What?
Give me a second.
I'll,
This isn't Colin Explains.
Okay.
this is I'd like you to explain the
Mm-hmm.
post-Second Viennese School of Serialist music, please.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Hey, Mike, I'd like you to explain the post-Second Viennese School of Serialist music, please.
All right. So post means after, which is opposed to pre. Pre means beforehand.
That-
So after.
You're on a good start.
secondary- I'm working on it.
I'm-
Secondary means not first or third, right in the middle for two. So post-secondary would mean third.
No, post-second.
Oh.
Post-second Viennese.
Second is after first and before third.
Yes.
So post-second means third or 2.5, if you will. If you want to get serious about things. Viennese. Vienna is a place, I think, I want to say Italy, right? Yeah? Sure.
Okay, yep. You're on the right track.
So, the second and a half Viennese school, what's the rest of it?
The post-second Viennese school of serialist music.
All right, so a school is usually a place where people, depending on what word preludes school, like secondary school, which is kind of this, is a place where people usually go to further education. It could be a college or a middle school. This one is post-secondary, so this is your second and a half school, which is between...
It's like junior high.
Yeah, that's it. So this is your junior high in Vienna
All right.
of serialist music,
Okay.
right?
Good.
That's the next part?
Good. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, Serialist is a made-up term by a bunch of art douchebags.
Okay.
And it's
yep.
meant to... So surrealism is a form of art. It's meant to be dreamlike and have no real meaning, but also every bit of it is meant to indicate some part or possible trauma of your past, and with your sexuality as a person. Because Freud says you want to fuck your mom. That's part of this. Because he was also one of the founders of surrealism.
He was the first motherfucker.
Literally.
Yep.
So
You're getting everything right so far.
Represents a dick and
it does. Or if it's round, it represents an ass or a ball.
or a gun.
I don't know if that's part of it. But
No,
maybe.
guns are phallic.
Gun.
But
This is true.
Mike, you're getting everything right. So continue.
Cool. So, serialist is the capitalist version of surrealism, because surrealism is very communist, if you didn't know. Facts.
Love that.
So, serialist is commies are stupid, we're going to make money off of this, because surrealism doesn't. And it's that version in Vienna for a bunch of silly Italians decided to build a middle school around what their philosophy of stupid art and music is, because surrealism was already kind of silly, so they needed to make another version to make money off of, so they created serialist, and no one's going to give them money to that, so they used their government's way of giving money to schools to build a school and get all kinds of free government money to make shit music called serialist. Is that it? Am I done?
Yeah, you got it all right.
Oh, perfect.
Well, okay. So now, do we have any questions from our panel? Cullen and Simon, do you have any questions for Mike about this topic?
I am the expert.
How accurate was he?
Hold up.
Okay.
What if he was like fucking spot on? Like you got it.
I feel like it was just a bunch of made up words he threw at him.
Well,
That's
no,
fine.
all
I
of
don't
them
think
were
that-
technically words.
I don't think that what Benjamin was asking was a real thing.
It may very well not have been.
No, I'm taking a class on it right now, so I can assure you that it's real.
Oh, you just wanted to flex your own knowledge.
What a dick. Well, it's okay. To be fair, I'm taking
Why
a
is this
class.
coming back on me?
To be
Hold
fair,
on.
I'm taking a class in surrealism, so I found a way to flex that
I know.
on him.
That was a weird, like, off ramp that you took.
If it's
to get towards
tangentially
serial.
related to answer the question, I can do that.
It really isn't, though. Surrealism and serialism are two very
How
different
the
words.
fuck am I supposed to know?
Because you understand the basic concepts of vocabulary in the English language.
Yes, I understand. I used that part. I don't know what surrealist means.
Jesus Christ.
I thought you were saying serialist. Was that what you were
No,
saying?
Serialist.
serialism.
Yeah.
Like, because like there's serial numbers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I literally don't know what that is for music though. So I used it
It's
to the
like-
next closest word I knew.
Isn't it music that like isn't like commercials or like stuff businesses use? I don't
No.
know.
I literally have no
I
idea.
know
No.
nothing.
Music that follows a pattern, and
Are you going off of the definition of serial? Because you're not wrong. You're right.
I'm going off the definition of my knowledge of serial killers.
Oh, fucking do that one too.
No,
think about it
like
like that.
serial
Back to his
serialism
ASMR.
in music is just like when you compose music off of a specific pattern.
Yeah.
A lot of
Oh,
that
okay.
is usually associated with 12-tone music, which is like where you have to use every note within an octave. So it usually sounds, the music that's like bling, 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 and everyone's like, "Ooh, that's art music." That's like 12-tone music,
Oh, I
basically.
hate art music. So my thing worked.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
isn't it kind of
but-
like the standard of jazz with like 3 and 7?
kind of. That's a. Are you talking about a tritone substitution?
Stop saying big words. I'm very small,
Try
very
means
stupid.
three.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
I'm not stupid, and I had a good time trying to figure what the fuck out that meant. So
No, but
I'm okay
specifically
with
the
that.
post-second Viennese school was like, it was taking that idea of like serialist music
Mhm.
and trying to make it sound tonal, because the original serialism was like trying to divorce association from sound, like because we as humans associate like a major chord with like something that sounds great or like happy, or like a minor chord with something that sounds sad. And it was all about trying to appreciate the beauty of sound in a holistic way. But Second Viennese School basically took that idea and just said, hey, let's make it sound more tonal and like kind of more accessible to people. So you were pretty close.
I'll take it.
Um,
Again, I tried to break it down by words I understood, and then I went to the closest artsy word I knew that I could relate with.
what a fun comic book related bit that we were all super in on. Yeah, it's very good.
All right, what's next?
So next up, I wanted to talk about something that we brought up last week, but I really wanted to get into it. Do you guys know anything about Justice League Mortal?
I know nothing about DC. I know that there's Batman and Superman.
And his pal Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
Simon, do you know what Justice League Mortal is?
No.
Oh, wait. Is it
You got it, bud.
that Bruce Banner comic where like it's selling like ridiculously and it's like the most popular comic right now?
Use your
No,
mind
that's
wagon.
Immortal Hulk.
Yes. I'm talking about Justice League Mortal.
Your mind wagon was on the right Oregon Trail, but you didn't quite
So-
make it.
Is it just like the superheroes that are like not immortal?
So most of them.
So like Batman.
Just Batman.
No, it was actually the title of a movie that was in production in like 2006 and 7.
Oh.
Yeah, it never came out, obviously, but a lot of it we know about just because of like leaks and other stuff. But the actual like production of it is the most buck wild thing, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I mentioned it last week in the podcast, and I thought I could bring it up. So the director attached to it was George Miller from like Mad Max Fury Road. So he was going to direct a Justice League movie. They wrote up the script. Apparently, it sounded pretty good. Like, everyone was agreed on it. And from people's testimonies, it felt like an episode of Justice League Unlimited. Just in terms of, like, you already are on board with these characters, and they just feel like from the comics. And I wanted to go through, like, who they cast for, like, these different roles. Because that's also... Because this was, like, early 2007, so it was just the most, it was the weirdest collection of...
Please tell me Michael Cera was Flash.
He was Batman.
I'm sorry, I was trying to type in Justice League while I was talking, but I typed in Justice Luggage.
Justice Luggage.
I'd rather watch that.
Honestly, sometimes.
That movie's bad. My dad just saw the Justice League movie from 2017. He was like, that sucks. He's like, it sucks.
Call your dad. I want to talk to him.
Dude, you two would hit it off so bad. I mean, so good.
Call him.
I can't. It's 5 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Is that a song?
No,
Looks like
your
a-
dad's probably off dancing because Saturday night's all right for dancing.
I see.
But at 5 o'clock?
Ben's dad is a man of culture.
I'm not denying that. I just don't know when your standard dancing time begins
So-
It's
or
never a bad
ends.
time to dance, dude.
Okay, so we have
I have one example. I'll get to that later.
Army Hammer. Army Hammer was set to play Batman.
Hey, would you look at that?
That's
Wait.
why
Who's Army Hammer?
he played the Lone Ranger in
The Lone Ranger.
the Lone Ranger movie from just recently.
See, I was only thinking of MC Hammer, and I knew that wasn't right.
That's yeah,
I would love
it's
that.
very
Right.
incorrect.
But only if Vanilla Ice then played the Flash.
Okay, fuck Vanilla Ice.
Don't
but, like,
fucking. You can leave.
Listen,
Simon-
he
Simon-
stole
no,
the
Simon-
baseline.
False.
I-
That is
Simon,
not
No,
the case.
There's one extra note in that.
Also, there's maracas in the
Okay.
background.
Simon,
Sorry.
we
Watch
cannot
it.
talk about Vanilla Ice on this podcast.
I just wanted to loop
It
into
is-
Queen somehow. Sorry.
It is
Wait a
legend.
Vanilla
minute,
Ice
wait a
owns part
minute.
of that song too, by the way.
Screw Mortal Justice League.
And fuck Ben.
I have a new concept
I'm
here.
interested.
And DC, you don't need to
No.
buy this concept. You can just have it.
You've heard it here.
Vanilla Ice joins the Justice League.
Oh my fucking god.
It's like the time when Craftman saved the Justice League,
Hey.
except it doesn't need to be a mini issue. It's going to be a ongoing series.
If Eminem can join the Avengers and kill the Punisher,
that
then
happened?
yes. He hung out, his house from Martian Matters LP2, the cover?
No.
it's like a rendition of his like old shitty house, and in his comic book, he hanged out with Iron Man in that shitty house, and then later he fights, pistol whips, and shoots the Punisher.
Fuck.
Yes, that's a Marvel comic.
So Armie Hammer was Batman.
So Vanilla Ice in the Justice League.
Common was set to
You
play.
don't understand how much money I would fucking blow to see that happen.
Who would you?
I feel bad that I brought all
What
that
would
up.
be his superpower? Like,
I don't
would
care.
he have ice powers or like shiny
He
like
smells
light
like,
powers?
He smells like vanilla extract.
Oh.
I was thinking it had something to do with like vanilla ice cream.
And his skin is sequins.
Oh yeah, well definitely.
Or at least his coat. He's got all his one-liners fucking kill people.
Well, he's a trained carpenter because he
That is true. He
went
does flip
Amish.
houses.
Do you think he'd
Did
like
you know-
freeze
sorry.
time because stop collaborating?
Ice's back was brand new invention. He's a genius. He can make shit.
Oh my gosh!
Yes!
I'm gonna draw this one.
I am too.
Damn it.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
Yes,
I met Vanilla. I saw Vanilla Ice.
you met him? You know him personally?
Yes. He and I go way back.
No, well, no.
What's his
I saw him.
favorite
I saw him perform. I
superhero?
saw him
You saw
perform in
him
Buffalo.
live once.
Yeah. But also, he owns a renovating company that flips houses in 48 of the 50 states, which means there's a very likely chance that one day I can buy a Vanilla Ice home.
Okay, I take it back. I like Vanilla Ice.
I bet you any money the 2 states that he doesn't have access to is Alaska and Hawaii.
So Armie Hammer was set
I'm
to play
okay with
Batman.
that.
Armie Hammer was set to play Batman. Common was set to play Green Lantern.
Could you just fucking imagine how like batshit crazy it would be to see fucking Rob Van fucking Winkle hang out like Batman and Superman?
Who would be his like villain?
MC
DJ
Hammer.
Catrona would play Superman.
Like there, fuck, it could be. Oh no, what's his name? Fuck, that one reality TV or that like TV show back from like the fucking 90s.
Megan Gale was set to play Wonder Woman.
I'll come to you later. Nick Cannon could be his enemy.
Yeah.
Can we get Soulja Boy
Or
in there
Tupac.
somehow?
He can come back and be like, he could be like a
Hugh
necromancer.
Keys Byrne for Martian Manhunter. Now you're out of
Nah.
shit to say.
Actually, no, I'm thinking about villains for Vanilla Ice. You can suck my dick. Anyway,
It would be David Bowie, and he's no, not David Bowie. I just got Freddie Mercury and David Bowie mixed up.
well, they can team
Ha
up.
ha.
They
Oh
can come
my
back.
god!
Actually,
all the
David
40-year-old dads are gonna
write
fucking
that bass
kill
line.
you.
Well, John Deacon says that David wrote the bass line.
Right.
Everyone else says John wrote it, but John also went out to get pizza and forgot the bass line, and David had to help him remember it. I know too much about Queen, and I'm gonna stop myself.
I know a
right
lot
now.
about Vanilla Ice too. So like, we got this.
Yeah, so this is now becoming a Queen and Vanilla Ice podcast.
I'm okay. I'm so okay with that.
I
Yeah, I saw him perform live last summer. It was cool as fuck.
I'm seeing them this summer.
Vanilla
And-
Ice?
No, I'm seeing
Oh.
Queen.
Aren't they
Okay.
old and some of them dead?
Roger Taylor can still get it. Brian May can still get it. John Deacon's retired and is in hiding.
Close the door! Fuck!
No.
So yeah, I saw him live last summer. It was cool as fuck. We made eye contact. And I didn't want to go to the bar that he was at the after party, but I couldn't get because he wasn't 21 yet. I was so upset. I went with Kayla, and it was a good time. It was cool.
What is? Why do you leave?
Fuck him, who cares?
Is it just because I said Roger Taylor can get it as a 69-year-old man?
I think it's the whole topic at hand has made him leave, and I'm standing at the door like a fucking creeper. Can I fucking help you?
I may have made a mistake. A terrible, grave mistake.
You are-
You're not even recording, are you?
No, we're recording, but the door is locked, and my key is inside.
Oh, shit!
So, I need to borrow someone's phone, because my phone is also somewhere in there.
You fucking idiot.
Do you know, does anyone know anyone from the radio station?
No! God damn it!
Live and in person.
Ben's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, shit.
Here, let me just fucking break the glass.
Hold on.
That's a last resort, isn't it?
Wait, I think I know someone who can pick a lock.
I can pick a lock,
it's
but I don't have time for it.
It's the,
Oh.
I need my friend card to get in.
To this door here?
Yeah.
Like, into that room?
Yeah.
Well, I doubt mine will
fucking
work.
idiot.
Well, we knew that. Who do you know? Can you call anybody? Like, do you have any
I
number?
don't know any numbers off the top of my head.
Are there any like in there? Like on like a desk or
let
something,
me
like the
see.
e-board or whatever? Alright, so Ben's a fucking idiot. Let's continue so it's not like this train wreck is
Okay,
about to collapse.
so Queen.
And Vanilla
I love
Ice.
them with my whole heart.
I respect that.
John Deacon, when he went to Japan,
Mm-hmm.
would only shout in Japanese, "I am a demon." And I love that for him, especially since he's like the most silent member of the group. Yeah.
So Vanilla Ice has, I think, 2 trophies for extreme, what's it called? Fucking jet ski racing?
Mhm.
Because he used to do that a lot. I'm trying to think of like weird Vanilla Ice facts.
Princess Diana once asked Freddie Mercury to dress her up as a guy and take her to a gay club, and
That's
he
amazing.
did.
Vanilla Ice dated Madonna for a while.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. They used to they would dress up in like regular, like to hide who they were, and they'd go to like movies and shit a lot.
Ah.
So yeah, I think that's cool. Like hearing them like talk about like how he would try to be a regular person because he's fucking Vanilla Ice.
Oh my gosh. So there's this video. It's my favorite video, Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Where so apparently during concert once, Freddie took Roger's maracas and chucked them into the crowd. And
too.
he's like, he threw away my best fucking pair of maracas. 1 in a million there, sound. and he just keeps going on. He's like, I can't believe you. They were the best maracas. And then Freddie was like, I'll do it again, but they were good maracas. But like, the fact that this like hamster of a man just yells 1 in a million there sound about maracas. Oh my gosh.
So apparently there is a comic book that already has Vanilla Ice in it.
Fucking A, what is
Yo.
it?
It's Rock and Roll Comics issue 31.
What's he do?
I don't know.
Find that for me.
Wait, is that just a comic book about rock stars?
Yes,
might be.
because Robert Smith is on the cover of one of them. So I'm assuming they just take, famous rock stars and make
Yeah.
a comic about them.
See, I want him to be like a legitimate like
Superhero?
though.
Yeah, like
well,
Emma Frost.
He did cross over into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze, and he has a cameo in that movie. It's easily one of the best scenes in that entire franchise.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh.
I'm very gullible, so if you could tell me anything
I will
about
literally break down the scene for you.
do it right now.
So,
Wait, I'll close my eyes, put me in it.
all right. So, the Turtles are trying to fight Toka and Razor, who are 2 giant mutant monsters who are owned by the Foot Clan. And they're like, we can't fucking fight them 4-on-2 because they're huge and they're better than all of us.
Yeah.
So their plan is to bring them donuts, but they're gonna poison them with the anti-mutagen. They'll turn them normal so they can like win the fight.
Yeah.
So they get there and they got the box like, yo guys, peace treaty, box of donuts. They sniff them like, hey yo turtles, that shit's jank because like they can smell it's poison. So they pick them up and they throw them and they start to fight and the turtles are like getting their asses beat and they get tossed through a wall. The wall collapses, and you see them get out of the rubble, and all behind them is a huge bunch of people. And they're like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, some big-ass turtles came out through a fucking wall. People are freaking out. And it kind of pans up as they stand up. And in the background is a stage, because they broke through the wall of a nightclub.
Oh yeah.
Which, for some reason, on the other side was a dock with mutant monsters, I guess. So, it's the
Be
90s.
like that.
So they break through the wall, they get up, and all people are like, yo, what the hell? And Vanilla Ice is on stage. He's performing. It's like, holy shit. It's the boy, it's the man. And he's sitting there, he's like, yo, we gotta figure something out. People are getting, we drop a beat, some kind of beat. We'll get it going again. We'll pick up, we'll make people it's a thing, it's part of the show. So they start doing this, the DJ starts scratching and coming up with this like new beat. And Vanilla Ice on the fly quotes because like he both recorded and also was a huge fan of freestyle. He came up with the song Ninja Rap, which is one of my personal favorites.
Yeah.
And so the movie then becomes a music video.
Oh my gosh.
So the people are in the middle, Turtles are in the foreground, and Vanilla is performing in the background. And it would switch back and forth. He's performing Ninja Rap, and at the same time, the Turtles are dance fighting the 2 monsters.
I mean, how else would you fight them?
To that, honestly, there is no other option.
If I was like a supervillain and someone's way to fight me was just dance fighting, I'd be like, hell yeah. dude.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Immediately.
Especially if it were 2 Vanilla Ice's Ninja Rap. I fucking love Vanilla Ice so much.
I just can't get over the fact that he managed to lock himself out
He's an
over
idiot.
me say.
Over
just-
us talking
I
about
really wish this wasn't photoshopped. It's Vanilla Batman and Robin, and it's just a porn starring Vanilla Ice as Batman, and it's an all-male XXX parody before the Jackers Jack.
Look, this is wonderful.
And it's just Vanilla Ice as Batman, which, he could probably pull off being Batman.
Here's the funny thing about that picture, though. That is like the first image of Vanilla Ice on Google for his head there.
Oh my god.
I've drawn it multiple times for different projects for personal reasons, and it is always like that's like one of his like
Personal
yeah,
reasons.
yeah.
The tagline is "Batman is coming to get you, boys."
I love that.
Vanilla Ice is married.
To whom?
I don't know.
Does he have any kids?
I think so. What's the news, dick shit?
Someone's coming to get me back in the Prod A. I would like to apologize to everyone involved, including Mike, Simon, Cullen, and the audience.
All
I
two
hope-
of you.
I hope you enjoyed our talk about Queen and Vanilla Ice and the Ninja Turtles, which is how it's tangentially related to comic books.
Yep.
I've been like frantically calling people for the last several minutes, so I don't know what's going on.
I broke down the scene in Ninja Turtles 2 of where and how Vanilla Ice is involved.
My God.
I mean, since we're still waiting.
You
Yeah, we
know,
could-
my favorite part of Star Wars The Last Jedi, I'm sorry if this is going to spoil it for you, is when they showed Obi-Wan going to kill Kylo as a kid, but
Oh, yeah.
then Vanilla Ice came and he was just like,
With his gun
hey,
hands.
yeah, he was like, hey, man, how about we don't do that and we collaborate instead? And then that's why Obi-Wan became a hermit, because
He dropped the best LP in all of rap history.
the power that he had and that like ruling the galaxy for like 3 whole years was just too much for him, and that he needed to like take time to himself. And that's pretty much why Obi-Wan is seen on that island all by himself.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that.
He needed time to himself to understand the power of rap.
I mean, yeah. It's a real problem.
Arsenio Hall. That's his name. That can be Vanilla Ice's enemy.
What?
Arsenio Hall. Like him, the person.
I don't know who that is.
And he used to have like a TV show, and it was like he would have a bunch of like a lot of rappers and like black icons like come and like talk about how they are, and a lot of like musicians and stuff. And one day he invited Vanilla Ice as like the only white guy he's ever actually invited, I think. And then he brought hello? Did you call him on the duty phone?
Yeah, I don't.
Is
My
that a
phone is locked in there too.
Is that a flip phone?
It's my duty phone.
Don't flex that on people, please.
What is it? I'd also like to apologize for my bad Jimmy Olsen joke earlier. I've been reflecting on it, and it was a bad joke. So, please continue with the podcast.
We're just
Okay.
Yeah, we're just
improvising.
yeah, we're just
Yeah.
talking about fucking I don't even know anymore.
It doesn't matter. This is by far the weirdest episode of this podcast we've ever recorded. If only because
Because like fucking Colin showed up and on this.
well, no, Colin made it better.
Yeah, but I like him. I'm glad he's here. Like, it's not a bad thing.
Simon made it better too.
Sounds
Oh,
great.
Thank you.
Mike, I think
I know
you were
you're here.
Mike, I think you were the big problem, honestly.
How the fuck am I the problem? You left him in the fucking office, you dickhead.
I mean, I did kind of say the thing that made him get up and leave.
Yeah, why did did that make him so mad that he had to get up and
Probably
lock
because I
himself
said
out?
I'd bone a 69-year-old man.
I mean,
I think it's because we were talking about.
Because I think Queen fucking sucks.
Ooh.
How's quit? What?
So the year
That's a lot of shit for someone in crusading distance.
2014.
I'm about
I'm-
to lose my mind.
You and me both.
I'm driving my
Queen is
car.
my
Right.
fucking life, dude.
And Vanilla Ice.
I've never heard Queen before.
What?
I-
2014?
Yeah, hold
Okay.
on.
I got you.
So
It's okay.
I'm at a yard sale. I buy a bunch of cassettes,
Respect.
and I buy
Do you have
Queen's
any you don't
greatest
want?
hits. What?
Do you have any you don't want?
I donated them to the record shop.
I used to have the same cassette.
Yeah, Queen's greatest hits. I played it so much that it ended up dying because
Yeah, me too.
old cassettes just end up warping.
Yeah.
But anyways, so never heard Queen before. I pop in that cassette.
Mm-hmm.
Every single song, I said, "Huh, Queen sings this song? I didn't know that."
Right.
And that's how I found out that I liked Queen, because I didn't know
Because
that Queen sang all those songs.
their style changes so
Yes.
much that it's just like hard to tell. Like Crazy Little Thing Called Love, I
Such
thought
a
it was
good song.
Elvis. I
So
don't
did I at first, actually.
see. I don't like Elvis, but I kind of like that song
Okay.
just because I'm obsessed with Queen. And it's just like, I Want to Break Free sounds so different than like Another One Bites the Dust.
Mhm.
They changed their tone so much, which is cool. They
My-
successfully did it.
I
you know?
remember when I was young, my brother, when he was in school, like we were really young at the time. He would always sing "We Will Rock You," but he would do it incorrectly. Like he didn't know the words and like the beat they were given from like when he was in school was just wrong.
Yeah.
So he came home one day, he's like, doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he started saying, my mom's like, whoa, hey, what is that? And she's like, it's "We Will Rock You" from Queen. He's like, no, it's not.
Oh my god.
So my mom had, it may have been also a cassette tape or something, maybe even a record at the time. It's been years. And she played it like, this is the real song. And that's how I was introduced to Queen.
Yeah.
When I was in middle school, gym class, we were going in to change in the locker room, and we started singing "We Are the Champions." My middle school gym teacher said he would give us an A for the semester if we could tell him who sang that song. Not a single soul was able to tell him who sang
man.
that song.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah, middle
gosh.
schoolers are dumb.
Yeah.
Like, middle school I was probably 12.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't find out who like
Till-
Queen was until 2014.
Mm-hmm.
See, like my mom had this game she liked to play when we listened to a song on the radio, and she's like, "Name the band,
Yeah.
name each member."
Oh.
I'm so stupid
Oh,
all
your
the
mom
time.
sounds so hot.
So I like it was
Sorry.
dude.
Oh, jeez.
Can you hear Ben talking in the background?
Yeah, it's really funny. I don't think the listeners can, but I hope they can. Thank you, Sydney.
Thanks, Sydney.
So yeah.
Before he comes back, I'm gonna tell us a quick story about
Go
the
ahead.
song "Misfire." "Misfire" is a song that John Deacon wrote about how he nuts too early, and that man has
Nice.
6
I can
kids.
relate.
So like, poor Veronica, like with the same woman. Okay, that
I
was
feel like I
his
knew
story.
that. Nah.
It's a good fucking song, "Misfire," and it's
Now it's even
literally just
better.
him shaming himself.
Now it's even better.
It really is. Also, "I'm in Love with My Car" is the greatest love ballad known to man. I know every single word. It's just so good.
But on a similar note, I too, whenever like my brother and my mom and I were in the car driving somewhere, it was never like established rules. It'd be like a song comes on, and we'd be like, whoever could name the band fastest would just get like
Black Eyed Peas.
posterity points, I guess.
Guys, I'm back.
I wish I had
Unfortunately.
fun
We fixed-
parents. My mom would yell at me
My
for
mother,
changing
not
the
parents.
lyrics to
We
I
fixed
feel
it.
like a
We
woman
fixed
to
the
I feel like a
podcast.
man.
I'm back in the chair. I'd like to thank Sydney for getting me
Peace
back in the
42
room.
while you away, Sydney.
So thank you for joining our Queen podcast with a
Yeah.
dabble of vanilla
It was a
ice.
podcast and within a podcast.
Podcastception.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're good, right? That
I
could be an
just
episode.
I want to say one last thing.
Okay.
Going off your comment. So I have like audio processing issues, so I can't really get like the lyrics right. So I'd be singing along to songs, and I'd get it horribly incorrect. And my mother, like, still to this day makes fun of me for things I've said like years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ain't that just the way?
yeah, it is a great time, you know. Love getting made fun of hearing issues.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
So, there's this thing that happened in like 2006. It was called Justice League Mortals, and you would never
Fuck off.
believe who was at the cast
Fuck
for
you,
that.
Jesus.
Oh, I heard Army Hammer was supposed to be Batman or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. Who's fucking Green Lantern for that, Cullen? Tell me. I'd love to know.
It's been
Seth
years.
Rogen.
Okay, you're right. It was Seth Rogen.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Who
You're
played?
you're
who,
fucking
who
me,
played
right?
the Flash?
The Flash.
Yeah,
Michael
John
Cera.
Stamos.
you're right. It was both John Stamos and Michael Cera.
Such a wild cast. See, when you
Are
we
you
started
serious with Seth
talking,
Rogen?
No, it was Common
Oh,
because it was John Stewart.
that's what I was saying. I was like, I thought it,
Yeah, no, John Stewart. The Common
That-
played him.
That's
And
why I was confused.
You know who? Flash was Adam Brody.
Fuck is that?
The guy. He was from How to Train Your Dragon.
what?
Did he play
think.
the dragon?
No.
Or no, wait.
I don't know what's going on.
See, when you first started talking about this, I thought it was going to be the same story of why Nicolas Cage never finished the Superman movie.
I did want to get. I actually brought that up before we.
Oh, he was
started
from the
recording
OC. Adam Brody.
Orange County.
Yeah, he's different from what I thought he was. But no.
I don't.
One of the reasons it was canceled, well, it was partially canceled because there was a writer's strike. It was also canceled because they thought the actual story was too dark. A lot of it was based on Tower of Babel, which was basically an arc where Batman's computer gets hacked and like all the contingency plans he has for like what happens when the superheroes.
You think he'd print those out?
It was hacked by Mirror Master.
Yeah.
You think he'd print it out, have like a manila folder like on his desk?
Well, I
He's able
mean,
to
if
kill
you have
Wonder
such
Woman.
important information, it's probably like good to have a hard copy and not just
I think you
rely
should just
on your
memorize
computer.
it and not have any copies at all.
get
And
it
it's like-
tattooed to his ass.
I want to get a Tenacious D tattoo on my ass.
I'm getting pussy tattooed on my lip,
Oh,
but with
no.
like dollar signs as
Don't you
ass.
know that tattoos are forever? You should only get tattoos
I
of
have a
things
samurai
that
bear.
you like.
I have a samurai.
What is that a
bear,
tattoo of? I can't see.
He has a chocolate milk carton on his
Jesus.
arm.
And I have
Ass.
get sad, stay rad over my knees.
You've seen my tramp stamp, right?
Oh, I have, and I love
Yeah,
it, but it's
yeah.
okay
What's
because
your
I also
tramp
have. Oh fuck,
stamp,
I'm wearing a
dude?
long sleeve shirt.
I have got milk tattooed on my lower back.
I love that so much.
I did it because I got
Mike,
50
Mike, I didn't know you
retweets.
had a tattoo. What is it? What is it?
It's my family crest from my mom's side.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
cute.
It's not
Nice.
finished yet.
It kind of looks like the album, the first album for Algernon Cadwallader.
It is a walnut tree.
Oh, nice.
Because apparently my mom's last name and like her whole side of the family. Because I got it because my grandfather had died last summer.
Mm.
It was meant for like that whole bit, like all of them. And it means apparently in Sicilian like the walnut or something like that, or like walnut tree.
See, I thought you were just really into parks.
Yeah,
Like
so
you're
now
a
I am
park
also a Boy
ranger?
Scout, or I'm an Eagle Scout, so yeah, that's part of it.
Oh shit!
How many knots can you tie?
All of them.
Oh, I bet you can tie it like 50 different ways.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, don't use your ASMR voice, please.
That was my sexy
Please.
time voice.
No, but that was his ASMR voice.
Are they not the same?
They are. His ASMR. I hate it.
No, when
See,
I
every-
my ASMR voice is a lot more wet.
Can you give us a demonstration real quick?
What should I say?
I don't know, but
Talk
just
about my knots.
please understand before we go do this that ASMR makes me physically
Me
uncomfortable,
too, but I
and
like
I
it
hate
because
it.
I like colon.
Yeah, just give us something. Work us out of this podcast. Like, do the sign off for the podcast.
This has been the Queen podcast.
Yeah. Sign us off.
Hi guys. So this is the podcast now.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Actually.
I've never been so erect.
No, keep going, man. Please. Finish it.
This is the Comic Culture Forum podcast. I believe that's the name of this podcast. Ben is screaming in the other room, and it's very upsetting because he's a grown man. Simon is sitting there laughing. I don't know why. And Mike is being Mike recording Ben having a panic attack because Ben's just Ben.
It's for our
And
Instagram page.
Oh, okay. It's for our Instagram page.
Do you mind being a picture, Simon?
I'm just a guest here, so I don't really matter. But Ben wanted me to use this voice, and he most likely will cut it.
I really fucking regret this.
I don't. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I'm into it.
It's a good ASMR voice.
And then you,
You
like,
did it well.
You do this.
Oh my god.
Do you follow that one ASMR girl who
Ugh.
eats like honeycomb? And
Those make me
she's,
uncomfortable.
Like,
No, I'm not a
she's
monster.
Like, she has like braces and everything.
No,
so
my-
it's so gross.
My favorite ASMR is vampire ASMRs where they get you and like tie you up, and then they like basically talk to you about how they're not going to suck your blood, and then it ends with them sucking your blood. Gets me every time.
Oh my god.
Gets me every time, he says.
I want to try to find a Mothman one.
Oh.
Like I'm Mothman
surprised you haven't
and I'm
made
your
one.
husband.
That,
Can you add that to your ASMR channel?
Mothman, sure, I'll do that.
Thank you.
I mean, I know there's like comic book ASMR.
What?
Keep it related.
Keep it related. Follow
We
my
gotta wrap
Instagram
this
page
up.
at Big
Yeah.
Mike Draws.
oh, what do you guys want to plug? Do you guys have anything to plug?
My Instagram page.
What
at
is
Big
your-
Mike Draws?
What is your Instagram page?
It's Big
No,
Mike Draws.
sorry, I interrupted you. What is your
Yeah.
Instagram page?
It's an art page by stuff I make. It's called Big
Yeah, but
Mike
what is the
Draws.
tag? Oh no, I'm sorry.
I've
Say
been
it.
saying it like 6 times.
Yeah, no. Just tell us what your tag is.
You've already heard it.
No. Say it without anyone talking over it.
Is he fucking...
No. Seriously, like say it just so we can all hear it and you can spell it out.
If he cuts me off, I'm gonna stab him in the throat.
I'm not gonna cut you off.
Follow
I
me.
just want you to say.
I'm gonna fucking murder you!
All right. Plug your shit.
I did. Colin, now do your ASMR and milk channel.
No, I genuinely, I'm not gonna say anything. Please do
It's
it.
too late. Fuck off. Anyway,
This isn't Munch Squad. Just say it.
what's Munch Squad?
It's a podcast within a podcast.
It is a podcast within a podcast.
How does
I
that
love
work?
it.
I don't know.
It's a podcast. It's not hard. You just do it.
It's kind of like how.
No, we're signing off the real podcast because
Yeah.
now I think we're done.
This has
Okay,
been the
let's
CCF
talk about that
podcast.
after.
CN Club, fuck off.
No, hold on. God damn it.
Why is this so difficult?
Why is he so difficult? We already had Colin sign off. What else do you need?
No, he's totally gonna cut that.
Please don't.
No, I don't know what this episode is gonna look
You
like.
should cut- Don't listen to it.
This
either.
is gonna be a weird episode. I don't know how long this episode will be, or how long you guys were talking before I showed
We got
up.
here at like 4:20ish.
We've been recording for an hour and 18 minutes.
So yeah, it's gonna be a podcast where you guys talk for like 20 minutes. Then some kid comes in, talks for like 3 seconds. Ben locks himself out. Queen comes in,
And Vanilla Ice.
and Vanilla Ice, and then it's done.
No, Vanilla Ice came in, then Queen, then Ben left. And then we
Yeah,
continued that
because
train.
I made a comment
Right.
and he got disgusted by me. And
Yeah. It is. So
Thanks
it's
for that recap of the episode, guys.
Oh.
Oh, and we actually
Should Colin tell the Zod story?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and show us out with the Zod story.
So, Mike here had a action figure, General Zod, that he won from the former president of Comic Culture Forum Club, and it was Mike's prized possession. So he brought it to club every week, and it then became like a child game where everyone would steal Zod.
Try to steal
would,
Zod.
Mike would overreact, and then he would get it back.
They would never get it.
There was a few times where I want to say Courtney once had it and everyone
fucking
thought
true.
someone else took it, but it was Courtney the whole time.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
Well-
you all thought I had it, and I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't do
yeah,
anything.
Yeah, that was it. And that sparked this idea of me, and I let almost everyone in on it too.
Everybody?
Yeah, everyone
No,
knew.
I knew about it first.
Yeah,
I
but
know.
who
Yeah.
didn't know besides
I want to say Andrew didn't know.
Oh, of course.
Courtney didn't know, and that was it.
you? Oh, okay. That's fine then, I guess.
No, Kyle didn't know.
No, I told Kyle.
Did you really?
That fucking...
Yeah,
When?
I
That son
told
of-
literally everyone.
That son of a bitch.
So
Oh no, because I remember he was asking me what was up about it, and I was like, I don't know. I just know something's gonna happen.
This idea was brewing for 2 months before I actually pulled the trigger and did it.
Yeah.
I was talking to Connor and asked him which action figure he bought. I found the exact action figure on eBay and I bought it and then just kind of sat on it for a while. I then pulled an Andy from Toy Story and made a distinguishing mark on one of the feet, something that
His right foot was white.
yeah, something that you would know as a major difference, but you would never know to look there. And if you did see it, you wouldn't think of it. So
That is true. It did happen.
Kyle was giving his Sonic,
Sonic 3, I think?
his Sonic PowerPoint, which was a great time to do it because everyone else would be too distracted on Sonic Goldness to know what I was scheming. So I got up, took Zod, who was standing up perfectly with all of Kyle's Sonic action figures, and then took it and then just threw my Zod on it. And he went from standing to laying down, but I don't think anyone noticed, and no one did. And I want to say I had him for
All winter break.
yeah, it was a whole semester break that I had him for, and I put a PowerPoint together.
You forget also that Kyle stole that Zod that night of the Sonic presentation. He swiped them all into his basket.
Right,
And then the
I
next
left
weekend, and then-
before that happened.
So then Monday, I got it from Kyle because we hung out that weekend. And I'm like, I know you had it, dude. He's like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, so I had already made the change, and I brought the Zod to my apartment, and then I left it there. And what I was going to do with it was I was going to go on a road trip and just take the pictures of Zod in different locations.
Why would you do that to me?
But I never ended up going anywhere, so I just put together a PowerPoint about Mike.
That would make me so sad. I would have
And-
missed out on so much.
Um,
The teacher kid how to ride a bike without you being there.
this was a different time in my life. I was much more edgy. And so instead of learning actual facts about Mike, I just went to Hitler's Wikipedia and just copied paste different times in Hitler's life and used that for facts about Mike. So then to wrap it up, I put that he was the former owner of the General Zod action figure. And Mike took the bait and goes, wait, former? And then the next slide was, notice how I said former, and he goes, what's going on? And then the next slide,
PTSD shit.
the next slide was, who's the current owner? And then I did something that I regret because I don't like this anime. I did a JoJo joke where I said it was me. I did it. It was, it was
JoJo
me,
Siwa?
Dio.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
wouldn't have gotten that.
Yeah. So, and I put an unflattering picture of me, and then in the next slide, I put like a detailed plan of how I stole the Zod, and I screenshotted the eBay purchase and when I purchased it. And Mike had an actual like breakdown where I don't know if he was
Simon, it was almost not a bit.
It wasn't. It
Yeah, like,
happened.
I don't know if he was like overreacting or what, but
No, I literally shut the fuck down.
yeah,
Oh
he
my
pretty
God.
much like lost all self-identity.
It was
and,
the
like,
I
most insane
couldn't
thing.
stay in my chair. Like it's not like I I literally just fucking like shut down and like slid onto the floor.
It was the craziest thing
Like,
I've ever seen.
for 20 minutes he was just going, how did he, but like how and he just kept mumbling that to himself.
Like a fucking schizophrenic,
I have
crazy person.
I wasn't, as much as it's hard to believe, I was not trying to do that.
Oh my god.
I physically could not comprehend what had happened.
It was the most insane thing. Because I remember months before this going into Gamers Haven, and you were like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna buy like a Zod figure and switch it out. Should I do it?" And I said, "Colin, I would pay for that myself if you do that."
Well, the thing is, I was wanting to do it for a while, but the reason why I didn't do it is because the action figure was like really cheap. It was like $5, but had $4 shipping.
Oof.
And I didn't want to pay $4 for shipping for a
Respect that.
prank.
I
Like,
get that.
I'll pay any amount of money for anything, but when it comes to shipping, that's when I draw the line. But it was worth it, and the only thing that sucked is this action figure of Zod comes with like a
Demolition claw.
demolition thing, and
It's
that was
literally
so
like two
dumb.
backhoes forced together and they make like a scissors thing.
Oh my god.
But Mike's Zod was in much worse condition than my Zod.
I used
Like,
it for a lot of like projects.
the nose was like completely worn off of it, and there was just like paint missing. So I have no clue how he didn't notice.
I literally took him and put him on my my dresser where I put him every day after club.
But also, if you think about it, even if he did notice, what would he have done? Would he have actually thought, I have a feeling someone stole my action figure and replaced it with
Yeah,
another
exactly.
brand new action figure? Because that just doesn't make sense.
I
Like,
might have ceased to exist.
yeah, like, why would anyone do that? So even if he did notice, he wouldn't even have thought of it.
I
They
would have
would've broke
gotten
him
so
more.
paranoid and made like a cork board with all the red lines and shit, trying to figure this out.
Like Charlie and Always Sunny.
Yes,
Literally.
But here's the thing: I never would have thought it was you. Cause I've never I forget you exist outside of club. So like,
Oh my God.
fucking Connor tried hinting at it toward me during break, and I wanted to threaten his life.
Yeah,
I
I
did.
remember he told me that. He was like, in his Connor voice, was like, I almost told him, but I didn't.
He showed me he got a Lego of the same Zod I had.
Yeah, I remember it. And he was like, but where's your Zod?
I'm like, right here, you fucking idiot.
Are you sure?
I was like, what the fuck are you saying to me, Connor? I got like, shit.
What crazy lives we live. Well, thank you for joining us.
I had to fucking reboot. Like,
Cullen and Simon, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
you guys are great.
You guys are great. You're
See
welcome
ya
back
next
whenever.
time. The same CCF time, same CCF channel.
Meetings will
Some
be
Batman reference.
our meetings meet every Wednesday at 9 p.m.
Sometimes I go.
Sometimes Cullen's there.
I'm
almost always there.
yeah, me too.
And next Saturday, this is breaking news. Next
Oh, shit.
Saturday at 4 p.m. at 4:30.
That's ESPN.
At 4:30, or maybe it's at 4. I forget.
Next Saturday?
Next Saturday at
Oof.
4 in McEwen, we'll be watching Holy Musical Batman.
What?
It's a musical about Batman.
It's my favorite thing on the planet.
It's really funny.
I've seen it like 30
and I love it.
times.
Yeah. Do you know Team Starkid?
No.
They're a YouTube musical theater group, and they make a lot of like spoofs and like shit. And they're awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they did a musical about Batman, but
They
it's
have
also
one-
just like about superheroes. It's
Yeah.
very good.
They have one called Annie, and it's about Darth Vader. That's a good one.
That's
Obi-Wan
right.
fucking shoots a guy with a gun, like a regular just like pistol.
Just
It's
whips
like a
out
big.
Glock.
It's like a big. Yeah, it's like a big part of the story. It's like Obi-Wan killed him with a gun.
And so tune in
It's
next
fucking
week.
Great.
Next week or the week after to listen to the next episode of the podcast, and then we will talk about what was that thing we said we were going to talk about today from last
The
episode?
gorillas killing Kennedy.
Yeah, next week we'll talk about how
I created a plan that led to time travel and gorillas killing President Kennedy.
yeah, we'll talk about that
By
next
accident.
week. But yeah, we'll see y'all later.
Okay, bye. Are we fucking done?
Finish it.
Finish what?
It's a podcast.
I thought we did.
No, you
Wasn't
have
that
to do it.
wasn't the whole thing? Fucking, we're done.
Do we
Say
just have
goodbye.
to-
I love
I'll
you.
say bye. Bye. Love you. Good night.
No, you say it.
No, you guys don't have to do it. Just Mike has to do it.
Do what?
It's the fucking end of the podcast.
I thought we did like 6 times already.
Oh my god.
Goodbye. I love you. Fuck. Is that what you want? What do you want me to fucking say?
Sounds like you're like wearing a wife beater.
He is.
I'm not today, actually.
Oh shit.
Fucking end it!
So you can find me at Twitter at Callow_Rees. I have a YouTube channel, Chocolate Milk God. All one word, no spaces. If you use spaces, you'll find some kid's gaming channel.
Any caps?
No.
Okay.
My YouTube for ASMR is ASMR Milk, and you can find me on Instagram at Naruto_sexting. Maybe I'll be on here another again. Who knows? Ben doesn't really give me much notice, or like
I didn't give you notice last week, but I give
he
you notice
doesn't
today.
ask me to. He just says, "Do the podcast at this time."
Well, what are you doing anyway? I mean, like,
Normally, if I'm not working, I'm just being sad.
right. So here you go. There's a break from both of those.
Yeah. But you can find me at Starbucks in about 15 minutes because I believe that's when this podcast is. My watch is a little off, so thanks.
You got your bud.